Hey guys, Nolan here with Fish USA, and I'm super excited to show you these baits that we have right here in front of me. The Rapala CrushCity stuff is finally here, the wait is finally over, so let's take a look at each one, starting with the Ned BLT. This is a super durable, super buoyant 3-inch Ned style bait. It'll stand up perfectly on as heavy as a 1/4 ounce Ned head, and it has that ribbed tail to give it great action even when it's just sitting still, dead sticked on the bottom. So really cool new Ned style bait from Rapala. Next up, we've got the Mayor Swimbait. It's available in a 3-inch and a 4-inch. Works great rigged up on just like a boxer head, like we have right here, or just a round head swim bait. This is the 3-inch version, and then the 4-inch version also would work great rigged up the same type of way, but this one we've got rigged on kind of an underspin belly weighted hook there, so you can fish this completely weedless. Pretty similar to the Storm Largo shad, just a little bit more detail. And that thin tail, you know, it's kind of a thin body leading right up to that paddle tail. What that's going to allow it to do is have great action even at the slowest of retrieval rates, so you can just barely turn your reel handle and that tail is still going to kick, which is a really, really big key when fishing a swim bait like this. Next up, we've got the Freeloader. So this bait is a great chatterbait, spinnerbait, or scrounger trailer, but it made its debut this year as a Damiki rig or hover rig style bait. So what makes it great with that technique is it has this ribbed tail down to this super, super thin end, and you can just basically dead stick your rod and it's still gonna have a ton of action. So if you hold that above a fish's head that you can see on your live sonar, it's gonna drive them absolutely crazy. But that's not the only use for this bait. It's super, super versatile. It can be fished as like a fluke style, you know, on just an EWG hook, or fished as a weighted Texas rig, or even a belly weighted swim bait hook like we looked at with the Mayor there. So super, super versatile bait. Definitely gonna wanna add this one to the arsenal. So let's move on to our creature and craw style baits. First up, we've got the cleanup craw. It's 3.5 inches long, and its claws have that really tight kicking action that's great for enticing big bites. We've also got these secondary legs right here that are facing up, and they move with just the slightest touch. So that means any little bit of current, any little bit of movement underwater is going to cause those legs to kind of vibrate and send more signal throughout the water to help fish find it. It's got a pretty thick body here, and what that's going to do is it helps you get the maximum life out of your bait. So, you know, little bluegills pecking at this, flipping it around heavy cover, it's not going to rip up super easy. And it's also got these ribs on the front here that helps you protect the hook point, so you can have it a little bit exposed and ensure you get the best hook set. So this bait's going to be great as either a trailer or either a flipping bait. Check them out. All right, so finally, we've got the Bronco Bug here. It's a 4-inch bait, and it has that really thick body that's going to hold up great when flipping around heavy cover. So the arms are kind of hinged, and what that does is it gives it a lot of action when jigged, so that's kind of why they call it the Bronco Bug, because it kind of has that Bronco kick whenever you jig it. Like the cleanup craw, it's got these ribs on either side of the body actually. So that way, if you get ripped up on one side, you can flip it over and you can rig it up on the other side. So you're going to get a ton of life out of one bait. This is a big profile. It's got those secondary legs on the side here too, just like the cleanup craw did. But it is a much bigger profile, thicker body, bigger claws. And this is going to be great for flipping around mats, flipping around any cover when you're trying to find a big bite. So all of these baits are available right now at fishusa.com. Check them out over there, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.